Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I rise this evening in strong support of House Resolution 1077. At the end of March, I traveled to India with Speaker Nancy Pelosi and a congressional delegation and met with the leader of Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. We met young Tibetan children in India and saw hope in their eyes for a better future. We were greeted by many thousands of Tibetans along the road as we traveled up the mountain where they lived. Yet we heard stories of violence and torture inflicted by the Chinese government on the Tibetan people and protesters. We learned of recent Chinese policies and laws that have limited the economic opportunities for Tibetans in China and severely endangered the Tibetan culture, religion, and their language, in fact, their whole being. Tibetans have fled to India to be able to practice their religion in peace and preserve their culture with dignity and respect. The Dalai Lama spoke to us about his desire for peace and his longing to live autonomously, not independent of, but autonomously in China so that Tibetans could practice their religion openly. I too share his desire. House Resolution 1077 calls on China to end its repression inside Tibet, release prisoners who participated in nonviolent protests, and to begin a dialogue, a true dialogue with the Dalai Lama to find a solution for Tibet that respects human rights. The resolution calls for access for journalists so that the world can see and hear and view the situation in Tibet. The Tibetan people are at a critical point in their movement to live peacefully and autonomously. We must stand with them. We must also be a beacon of hope for them and for those thousands of children that we saw at the orphanage there that greeted us with hearts opened to us, with flags, both representing the U.S. government and the Tibetan people. I stand here, members, strongly supportive of House Resolution 1077 and ask you to join with us and the Speaker of the House for its swift passage. Yield back the balance of my time.
Again, without objection.